A lot of people think that lawyers are nothing more than blood-sucking slime bags who have nothing good to do except take your money. I've been treated unfairly by a lawyer myself, and I am one. Today, I'm going to give you 5 questions to ask so that you will know if your lawyer is trustworthy and someone you can count on. You've all heard the joke, what do you call 1,000 lawyers at the bottom of the ocean? A pretty good start. Why is it that lawyers get such a bad rap? I mean, Shakespeare himself said, first thing we do, let's kill all the lawyers. Jesus himself said, woe unto the lawyers. I ask myself, why do 99% of the lawyers out there ruin it for the rest of us? The problem with lawyers is you got to have them, but you got to trust them as well. And today I'm going to teach you how you can know for sure that you've found a trustworthy lawyer who's going to really help you and not be one of the 99% that you can't trust. I want to start out today by asking this question, why it is that people rarely trust lawyers in general. There are several reasons why people may not trust their lawyer. Popular culture often portrays lawyers as untrustworthy. Law is not a field the average person knows a lot about, and at least half of the people out there end a legal dispute unsatisfied. So I've asked myself, maybe there's another reason. It seems like in the litigation game, when there's fighting back and forth, the only person who ever wins the fight is the lawyer, because the lawyer always gets paid. And when the verdict is rendered, win or lose, the lawyer goes home and cashes his check. But the litigants are left there to pick up the pieces. So we're really going to get into the 5 questions you have to ask yourself so that you know that the choice you've made about your lawyer is a good choice, and if not, how you make a change. Before I get into the 5 questions you need to ask yourself as you're looking for the right lawyer for you, I want to share something personal. I have had the experience not only as a lawyer representing clients where I feel like I did a great job for them and really helped them out, but I actually had to hire a lawyer myself. I've had a lawyer that I felt didn't represent me well, that I wasted a lot of money on, that I felt like wasn't really trustworthy from my perspective in terms of what I needed to accomplish. And on the other hand, I've had a lawyer that I paid who literally saved my life and my freedom. And I owe him everything. So the question becomes, you're going to need a lawyer someday. How are you going to know, as you make that very important decision, if this is someone that you can really trust with everything you have when your life or your freedom or your personal health or recovery in an auto accident is on the line? It's personal. It's about you and how you can be rescued from this situation and how you make that very important decision. Question number 1. Is your lawyer paying attention? After spending hours with your lawyer, ask yourself, do they know the facts of my case? When you have interactions, do they seem invested and engaged? The answer to these questions will help you determine if your lawyer is on your side or just charging a bill. I had an experience where I'd hired a lawyer, and we were walking into the courtroom together one day, talking about my case. As I was kind of probing his position on a matter we were going to be talking about with a judge, it became very clear to me that after a year of representing me, he didn't understand the basic facts of my case. It was then I decided that I had the wrong lawyer because he wasn't paying attention and he didn't seem to care enough to have done the homework to really represent my interests. And boy, am I glad I asked those questions and I made the decision to change horses on the spot. Question number 2. Is your lawyer listening to what you want? Your lawyer is an expert on the law, but he or she is trying to help you achieve what you want. They are there to advise, give counsel, and help you navigate the legal process for you. As a lawyer, sometimes it's hard not to kind of get caught up in what you as a lawyer want to see and the result that you want. But even today, I had a client call me and say, John, you don't understand. I want this to happen, and you need to make this happen for me. Once I understood what my client wanted, it was very clear to me that I needed to change direction on their behalf because I care deeply about what my clients want. And your lawyer needs to care about what you want, not what he or she wants. Question number 3. Is your lawyer responsive? Is he or she getting the work done for you. If your lawyer doesn't return your calls, if they miss meetings, or if they're not making progress in your case, then these could be signs that you are not their priority and should possibly look for other counsel. Cases start and they end. But if you're not gaining traction in your matter, it could be that your lawyer just simply is either too busy or simply just doesn't feel passionately about getting a resolution for you that's going to work for you. And as a client, as a person who's engaged a lawyer, you deserve the right to make progress on your case so that you can see a beginning, but also see an end and get the results that you need. And if your lawyer's not responsive in that way, if he's not returning your phone calls, not getting the work done, you have the right to decide, I'm going to make that change, and make it. Hiring the right lawyer is not like going to the right dentist. With a dentist, we sit in the chair, we want to get the cavity filled, and we just don't want to feel the needle or the drill, right? With a lawyer, it's different because they advocate and speak for you. They're in it for the long haul, and you need someone who is easy to talk to and who will represent you well. I can't emphasize this point enough. You need to like your lawyer, and your lawyer needs to like you and believe in you. And you've got to feel that your lawyer understands your case and likes you and believes in you as well. One of the questions I asked myself as I was shopping for a lawyer myself was, can this lawyer stand in front of a jury and communicate my soul, my essence, my message, my innocence to a jury? Does he know me well enough, and do I like him enough to be able to share what I need him to understand in order to represent me well? So you have a right and need to ask that question. Do I like my lawyer? Does my lawyer like me? Are we a good fit? Can we work together on this very important project that I've hired him or her to engage on my behalf and represent me, so that I give everything I've got, every chance I deserve, to a winning verdict whenever I've got a situation where I need someone as expensive and as professional as a lawyer. One of the things that changed me as a lawyer, as an advocate, was when I was representing a client, a business client, in court, involving someone who had taken some of his, what are called trade secrets, and started a competing enterprise. As I met with him in preparation for his deposition, which is a questioning session under oath, I realized that he hadn't slept for 2 days, that he was nervously pacing the floor. It was a very hard thing for him emotionally to even consider going into court against someone else. And that's when I really understood that as an advocate, as a lawyer, I need to like my client needs to like me, we need to understand each other, because a legal dispute is a real situation involving real people with feelings. And you deserve the right person who will care enough about your case to make sure they leave no stone unturned, to make sure you receive the benefit and result that you deserve and that you've paid for. Question 5. What does your gut say? Your best indicator of deciding if someone is trustworthy or not is your own instinct. At the end of the day, trust your instincts and intuition and make the tough decision. I originally hired a lawyer to defend myself from a serious matter. And I hired this lawyer partly because of an associate attorney who was working with him against my better instincts. 6 months into the case, when this associate left, I had to make a difficult decision, and everything inside of me was saying, make the change, make the change. But I knew it would cost me some money, and I knew it could delay things, and I wasn't sure if I had the courage to make the switch. Eventually, 6 months later, I made the switch, and it was one of the best decisions of my life. I just wish that then I understood, like I do now, the importance of following your gut, your instincts, as you decide whether your counsel is the right counsel, and if you're already with someone, deciding to make that change. Because if it's an important case, you can make the change. It may cost you something in terms of time or money, but if it's the right call, you need to have the courage to make that change and move on and find the right counsel. I'm sure glad that I did. I said when we started that, why do you ask the question, why do 99% of the lawyers out there ruin it for the rest of us? It's really not 99%, but you deserve 100% of the time to have a lawyer who can respond favorably to each of these 5 questions. Someone you trust, who is trustworthy, who will advocate for your position, not for their position, and who will get the work done for you. Because at the end of the day, Your lawyer should represent you. And if I can help you find the right lawyer for whatever it is that you need to take care of, click the link below and let me and my team listen to you and try to understand how we can help you and help you find the right lawyer that passes these 5 questions. Thank you for watching. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, and check out this next video.